Somebody pray for me. It been that day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so if you saw the last video on the MB5, the MB5 was just puking a lot of oil out of the exhaust. And when I put this pipe on, I didn't change the exhaust gasket because I lost it. And then I found the exhaust gasket, so I got a brand new gasket here. So I'm gonna pull the pipe back off, put the brand new gasket on. Hopefully that will stop that leak up there. And then it was leaking out of the, dude. I'm gonna take the silencer off and put some gasket maker inside there to stop hopefully that leak below, because this thing's just not sealing right there. So hopefully I'll fix that leak and then hopefully fix the leak up here. And my carb was leaking a little bit out of the bowl, so I'm gonna pull the carb off and check that out. And then I'm also gonna dump the gas out that's in here and put some new gas in. Well, look at the amount of oil that just dumped out of this pipe. All that oil just dumped out of here. Alright, letting the pipe drain out. And then over here, we're draining the gas. Took out the filter and the line and just gonna let this thing drain itself out. Get rid of all this Motul 800. Put some caster in here as well. Switch everything back over to caster. Just exhaust gasket this time. This is the one I was talking about last time right there. So, alright, so I'm going to use this Toyota sealant, which is pretty much just like Honda Bond, and just put a thick layer on the outside inside of here, so when the silencer in here meet, it's pretty decent. Got a good old thick layer on there. I rubbed some of the gasket maker on the outside just to get a really good seal. Kind of got it dirty in some spots. I'm about to throw it on now with the new exhaust gasket up front too. And then drain the gas already, so gonna throw some caster 927 in it. I'm gonna do 32-1 still with the caster, but worst case scenario, I got a backup plan, and I'll show you guys after this. Alright, it's the next day. I just pulled the MB5 out. It's looking like the gasket maker I put on there sealed pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and put some gas in there and try starting it up.
Oh my God.
Let that burn out some of that oil first. Little smoke out of here, so we'll see how that goes. But it was leaking oil out there last time. Still some smoke back here at the pipe. It looks like this bolt is not sealing all the way, so I might need to put some sealant on that bolt right there and try to seal it right there. Alright, I was tired of the leaks that were coming out this pipe, so I took the silencer off and I sealed it on the inside of there, let that dry, and it still kind of had a leak at the actual nuts here. So the other night I pulled the nuts out, put some more sealant and gasket maker like under the nut, and then put some around the nut, and pretty much kind of caked it on there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like how it looks, but I'm more about works than looks, so if it doesn't leak there, I think we'll be good, boys. But if not, I gotta figure something else out, because it is leaking outside of the sides of the bolts down there. Either that, I could put a washer and try to fill that hole a little more or something like that. But with that being said, it wasn't leaking out of the exhaust meets the head no more when I put that new gasket in there, so that's good. If this checks out, then what I can do is finish up with the headlight, and this thing should be on the way. But I still gotta show you guys plan B. I also still gotta figure out the issue because I got a new key ignition and it still was doing like its shorting thing, so gotta figure that out. Boys, it looks like we fixed the leak now. I don't see anything coming out of the actual silencer area no more. So, I think we did it, boys. But now it's time to figure out this wiring issue. Alright, she's pretty warmed up now. Sounds pretty good. There's a lot more smoke than I'd want to see coming out, but I think that the pipe still has a lot of oil coated all in it because I dumped oil on it. So I'm sure it's built up, but no leak. Plan B, baby. So here's what we got for Plan B, baby. We got another MB5 motor right here. That Polini stamp right there on the side. Polini, baby. Polini 70cc kit in this one. Not sure what happened with this motor. I actually got it from my dad off of one of his spare bikes. He thinks it locked up, he said. I don't know, it was years ago. But we had this motor to rebuild. It doesn't feel locked up at all, but who knows. So I'm gonna crack this thing open. We might do some porting on it and maybe just mess around and build this motor up and try to make something fast for the MB5. Basically, in case this motor that is in it is just toast, because this motor just doesn't seem happy. So we got this now, and that's super sick. So I can build on the side with continuing the MB5 project right now. So I'm stoked to do a build on the MB5. I think a lot of you guys like the MB5 from what I've heard on a lot of the feedback, so I'm stoked on that because this thing is one of my favorite bikes I've ever had and one of my favorite projects in general, just because it looks cool and there's just nothing really like it, and it's two-stroke. It looks really cool, and to me it really reminds me of Vietnam when we went there, and just Asia in general. And I think it's just iconic. Make sure you like this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've been trying to put in a lot of work on the channel. I've been posting a bunch lately. I'm pretty stoked on everything I've been doing project-wise. It's been a lot of fun lately, so I hope you guys like it too. And make sure to check the description and check the website, because I dropped a bunch of merch like last weekend, and that's also really cool. So if you want to show some support to the channel, make sure you guys check that out. Maybe grab yourself some MOPBOYZ gear and rock with the channel. But that's gonna do it for this one. So a lot more to come on the MB5 project. Also a lot to come on the Stroker. Parts been piling up, so we got this box full of parts right here actually for the 89, and 3 or 4 more packages on its way for the 89 Elite. So it's time to get this one running. I'll post a video soon talking about some plans for this little thing, but it's gonna be more of like a stunt scooter build. A lot to come with that, but I'll see you guys in the next one.